How does Congress ratify international treaties? Imagine a process that involves careful review, negotiation, and approval, shaping how the United States engages with countries around the world. When the government enters into an international agreement, it is not simply signed and implemented. It must go through a formal process to become legally binding within the United States. This process is governed by the United States Constitution, specifically in Article 2, Section 2, which grants the President the power to negotiate treaties, but also requires the involvement of Congress to ensure proper oversight and approval. Once the President negotiates a treaty with representatives from other nations, the treaty is signed, but it does not immediately take effect domestically. Instead, it is sent to the United States Senate for consideration. The Senate plays a crucial role in the ratification process. Before a treaty can be ratified, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee typically reviews the agreement, holding hearings to examine its provisions, implications, and whether it aligns with national interests. This committee may also negotiate amendments or reservations to the treaty to address concerns or clarify certain provisions. After the committee completes its review, the treaty is brought before the full Senate for a vote. To ratify a treaty, the Senate must approve it by a two-thirds majority of the senators present and voting. This high threshold ensures that only treaties with broad support are ratified, reflecting a consensus across the legislative branch. If the Senate approves the treaty, it is then sent to the President for final step. The President has the constitutional authority to ratify the treaty by executing a formal instrument called the Instrument of Ratification. This document signifies the United States' formal acceptance of the treaty's terms. Once the President signs the Instrument of Ratification, the treaty becomes legally binding on the United States, and the government is obligated to adhere to its provisions. It is important to note that some treaties, especially those that do not requiring implementing legislation, become effective immediately after ratification. Others may requiring additional laws to be passed by Congress to implement specific provisions of the treaty into domestic law. This process ensures that international agreements are carefully scrutinized and approved through a system of checks and balances, maintaining the sovereignty and interests of the United States while engaging with the global community.